If you want to find out which one is the winner for 2022, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. It is the battle of the Blockbuster Sets. The official ranking is happening in this video. If you have been following what I've been doing, I have been trying the makeup. I've been taking a look at the tools that were included in the kits. I've been taking a look at everything that encompasses getting a Blockbuster kit from either Lancome or Estee Lauder. This year there is no Elizabeth Arden. Elizabeth Arden, the brand, and Revlon in general is having trouble. So I did not see a holiday set available. So it is these two, Estee Lauder and Lancome for this year, and that's fine. I have a lot to say on both of these brands, the experience of using both Blockbuster Sets and also my scoring and recommendation. So let's get right into it. The first item that we should address is price. Now I'm going to give Canadian prices, but essentially the magnitude of the difference should be similar in different currencies, obviously. But in this case, I'm speaking in Canadian dollars because that is the currency that I use. And actually, I'll just show you. I have my little Canadian flag on my shirt today. It's a running room apparel. It's a sports store in my city, and I have the little Canadian flag on my right, just below my lapel on the right side. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about ranking. I have 6 categories of evaluation between the two brands, and I'm ready to talk about it. And in some cases, there are even ties for certain aspects. So let's go right down the list. Number 1. So I've already started talking. The first one is the price. I mean, if you're not interested in the price of something, you wouldn't buy it, and that kind of stops everything in its tracks, right? So the Lancome set was a total of $200. In order to buy the Blockbuster set from Lancome, you had to spend $115 for that set. So the set itself was $115, but to have the privilege to purchase the set for $115, you had to make a product purchase of $85. So the Lancome set was a cost of $200. The Estee Lauder had a different calculation, and it was $103 for the set as opposed to $115 for Lancome, but the purchase was a lot more than $85. It was $150 to be able to buy the kit for $103. So it turns out that Lancome, the minimum spend for Lancome was $200, but for Estee Lauder it was $253. That's a big difference. That is $53 more, and there isn't a real appreciable difference between the two sets. So I don't, that $50 extra, it just feels like extra to me. So out of the two, the Lancome offering, the price you had to pay and the product you had to buy was a lot more reasonable, and so therefore checkmark goes to Lancome on value. The second item I won't even calculate or tabulate in the overall score because I consider it a tie. All of the skincare products, there were 4 equivalent of 4 full-size products in each one of the two Blockbuster sets. So whether you were buying Estee Lauder or you were buying Lancome, it was a wash. And the one thing I will say though is those little travel size that were included in the Estee Lauder, I didn't see that as a very valuable item because it's sample size that you can get through Sephora, that kind of thing. You can even get a sample at the Estee Lauder counter. I didn't consider that additional. I just saw it as thrown in for good measure, but it did not. I did not grant it evaluation, and so the two sets of skincare included were pretty much on par in my opinion. So each brand gets a point for that. So we talked skincare. Now let's talk mascara. I gave each brand 1 point for the mascara, and I decided that even though in my opinion the Lash Idole is so much better than the Supreme, I was really tempted to just give it to Lancome. But we all have different preferences, so I gave each of the kits 1 point for having a full-size mascara included. Now next up are lip products, but I found that there was such a big difference in quality between the Estee Lauder lipsticks and the Lancome lipsticks that I am awarding 1 point only to Lancome, and I'll explain why. The Estee Lauder lipstick set has 3 products, yes, but to me a red gloss, and I said it when I unboxed the kit, to me a red gloss is going to go everywhere, and the applicator for this gloss is very, very cheap. It's like a stiff plastic wand, and it's just pretty goopy, and it's just not a product that I would trust not to get all over my face. And so to me, yeah, it's a gloss, but the reality is that I would not consider it a very functional product. So that is something that I've been disappointed about from Estee Lauder in the last few kits actually. Now these are not as bad. There is a red lipstick and the design on it is quite nice. I just find that having a red lipstick every single year makes it a lot less valuable because we don't go through red lipstick like we would a more nude color. And so the only one that I really value in this kit is this one. And it is because it is a color that is a whole lot more wearable. So that to me, which is what I'm wearing right now, this to me is valuable. The red one, I will very rarely use it because I have a bunch of red lipsticks. I get a red lipstick every year, and how often do we wear them? I doubt that anybody gets through a red lipstick, I mean a bold red lipstick, every year. Unless you are loving wearing red every day, you will never get through a red lipstick from a holiday set. So I talked about the cheap packaging, and this is very cheap packaging. It's just a cheap plastic. The decoration is cute, you know, little snowflakes and whatnot. It's cute. It fits with the theme, but it is very cheap packaging. Now compare that to what Lancome gave us. The Lancome gloss is a wearable gloss for, I would say, the majority of people. It's very comfortable. And it has a proper doe foot applicator. The other one from Estee Lauder does not. So it's a cheap gimmicky one, or one that would be something that you would buy for about 10 bucks at the drugstore. Same thing for this. This is a really, really neat component for a lipstick. So to be able to push from the top, release this beautiful lipstick, and then have a chance to use it. And you know what? I didn't even use it because I was wearing this one from Estee Lauder. Let me put this on. Hang on. Okay. I did not even know I hadn't used it. Crazy, crazy. I'm liking the color. A little bit outside the lines, Hélène. Okay, I'm really liking the color. It is a bold color, but it's still in the neutrals. It's not in the red, and it's very comfortable. Very comfortable. And do you know this trick? If you're going to end up with lipstick on your teeth, you just put your finger in your mouth and pull, and whatever would have ended up on your teeth ends up on your finger. It's awesome. It smells fine. It is very comfortable, and I like the color. So yeah, perfectly fine. And it is a full size lipstick, but the component itself, I absolutely love. It is so classy, and I will definitely, like I said in the video when I introed this product, I will definitely be having this in my purse out and about for an evening, for sure. If anything, it makes me want more colors because it's just such a neat component. So long story short, there were 3 products in the Estee Lauder kit. There were 2 products in the Lancome. The value, the quality of the products in Lancome make me want to give Lancome the point for the lip products. I think that there's less, yes, but there's so much better. And to me, that matters. And why I didn't wear this before, I don't know. I can tell you the next look I do, I'm going to be sporting this brick type of lipstick. Love it. Okay, so we have done the lip products, and now the one I really want to talk about is the palettes. That's my jam, and I cannot wait to show you my assessment. The following are the 2 palettes, and this one is so blingy. Very, very different experience. First off, this is undeniable. You can see the difference in size between the 2. And this is not just one layer. There's also a drawer of the face products as well. So for Lancome, you are getting a total of 16 powders and a full-size mirror for the palette. It is a beautiful palette, and when you look at it, it looks classy. It looks like something that you would have purchased, and I think it is, because it shows well, it has more value. With Estee Lauder, this is all you get. It looks like Claire's makeup. I said that in a previous video. There are a total of 9 products in here. The black is completely useless. The other ones so far I have been able to use. And it has a small mirror, obviously, because it's a small palette. And so 9 products compared to 16, and the size difference of the pans is quite marked. There is a very big difference in the amount of product, both in number of products and size of products. Right? Because we're dealing with this and these 4 products compared to this palette. And I would say as well that I prefer the curation in the Lancome set, but that is personal preference. You let me know what you think. So for the palette evaluation, no question, Lancome wins it hands down. And you will note, if you remember the unboxing, I have not yet talked about the black liner. And the black liner I actually had an objection to. For most of us who do our makeup, black liners come in all sorts of subscription boxes. They come as a sample sometimes. You can get, I've had sample black liners from Urban Decay. I've had sample black liners from Elizabeth Arden. They are a dime a dozen. We tend to have more usually in our makeup bag than we ever would need of black liner. It's not something that would be valued by a whole lot of people, let alone for the price that they suggest it would be. To me, it's just a few dollars worth, and I would rather have something else, frankly. I would love a liquid liner as opposed to a pencil liner, for sure. So to me, a black liner, they're a dime a dozen. We get them all the time. If you get makeup from on a semi-regular basis, you'll end up with a black liner at some point. So yeah, I don't value something that is basically given on a regular basis. And finally, we are going to talk about the case. These are the two cases for this year. And for the first time, I don't have a preference. They are absolutely neck and neck. I think that this, if your focus is a gift for Christmas or holiday, this one is beautiful. It would look great under the Christmas tree with maybe a bow attached to the top. It would be its own decoration. I think that they did a great job with this one. It is very similar to the case that Estee Lauder actually had last year. But it was red and pink, and this one obviously is gold. But it's because gold and the holidays goes really well together that I think it was a very good choice in design. And of course the logo, if someone loves Lancome as a brand, they will recognize that logo right away. But it's done in a classy way where the brand isn't the center of attention. It is more of a hint of it, which I like. And this one, it doesn't scream Estee Lauder, of course, but what is really nice about it is the fact that it is a train case. And that has value in and of itself. It's a very convenient way to carry around skincare and or cosmetics. And it's also a beautiful display piece. And I've had it actually for a number of videos right behind me. And I've really enjoyed having it in the background. They are both really nice cases, and because of that, they are a tie. When I tally it up, I had 6 categories. Lancome got 6 points. The price of the Blockbuster, the fact that there were 4 full-size products for skincare, the mascara, the lip products, the palette, and the case that I just finished. So Lancome ended up getting full points for all 6 categories. For Estee Lauder did not get a point for cost of set because it was over $50 more than Lancome. For the skincare, Estee Lauder got 1 point just like Lancome because they were virtually the same for skincare. For mascara, each of the 2 brands got a point, even though I do prefer the Lash Idole from Lancome, but both kits had a decent mascara. For the lip products, I gave the point to Lancome because what Lancome had included was a lot more usable and a lot more classy. Again, a red gloss, is that realistic? Not really. Is a red lipstick every year realistic? Not really. At least there was the neutral color as an option to make the kit more usable on a day-to-day basis. So no points for the lip products. I think that Estee Lauder bombed on this one. And the next one was the palette. Is there any doubt that I gave the point to Lancome on this one? The Estee Lauder palette, well, first off, having the black be a horrible shadow when it's kind of an anchor color to be able to deepen a look, it was completely useless. And out of 9 smaller pans, 6 smaller pans and 3 somewhat normal size pans, they all needed to work well, and they're really kind of cheap. The shimmers worked well, but cheap shimmers usually do. It's the mattes we need them to perform, and I go back to the black. It was really a crappy experience trying to work with it. So no point to Estee Lauder for the palette because I would not want to gift that to anyone. And I'm wearing a look from Estee Lauder. I mean, I have made it work, but it's not as inspiring when you're having trouble using the colors. One thing I can say in this palette, and I have 0 issues with any of the Lancome products in the palettes, that out of all of them, these three big pans are the easiest to work with. So if you want to use them for face products, it should work really well. It's this guy is just useless. But anyway, and it's tiny. So not great product. Looks like kids makeup. And so yeah, it didn't deserve anything in my opinion. And I talked about the case being beautiful. That's awesome. So Lancome ended up with 6 points. Estee Lauder ended up with 3. And so to me, there is no question, there is a clear winner that Lancome just hit it out of the park. The quality that is just like, it's a clear notch above, and it was cheaper, right? I mean, the products included were better, and it was cheaper by $53. It matters. It matters. And so it was just so clear this year. If you want my pick, it's definitely Lancome. You'll save money and you'll look better to whoever is getting the gift, or that you're gifting yourself. You're going to get more value, and I think you'll be happier with the decision, flat out. So that is my assessment of the Lancome and the Estee Lauder Blockbuster kits for 2022. I'm sure there's going to be some discussion and comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. I look forward to interacting with you in the comments soon. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.